Hey guys, what's up? Abomination9 here. We're back playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. We left off. Who knows what box we're opening up? It's been forever. Like a month, I guess, since the last box, which they usually are. I mean, it hasn't been forever. They always come out like a month after the last one came out, roughly. You know, one per month. But new box came out, Lords of Shining. We're going to be checking it out. Though, of course, before we do that, I'm going to check out the deck that we're using here on this lolly. Which, it's an old deck. It's nothing new. Uh, there's probably a handful of new ones I've made, but I'm just using this one on her to level her up for now, which is just my old Gemini deck. So just Phoenix in there, just to have a tribute, Endymion, the combo with Valkyrie, Summoner to summon the Geminis for free. Well, not for free, for 500 life points, but to get extra Geminis out there. Then, of course, you need the Magician in there to tune out your Synchros, one of the Sparks. Of course, you need 3 Supervise in any Gemini deck, I feel like. Double Summon just because, to get 2 of them out there, or to double summon Gemini. This, Unleash Your Power, double summon, get out, I don't know, Endymion and Magician, doesn't really matter. And then, use Unleash Your Power. They're both buffed, but it only really matters that she's up, and then you can summon out Brute Drago or Stardust, or well, actually, we'll get to that to the end. And of course, just Dimensional Prison, Widespread Ruin, and then Shape Waifu to synchro out a 6, which is Uruk, of course, because he's my favorite. But you can slap out Magician with one of the other 4s. Use level reduction to reduce one of the cards on the field by one of the cards in your hand, which would drop it down to 1 because you can't go below 1. So then you would have a 1 and a 4 to make a 5 to get Armides. So it's alright. I like Geminis. But yeah, I have not looked at anything in the Lords of Shining, really. I've seen the dual school stuff, which the Dark Lords, or whatever they're called, seem pretty broken. Or, not necessarily broken, but just potentially a new meta deck, just because they're so... Wait, what? One of these guys in here is in here? Noble Knights? I mean, it's the bad dude from that set, but still, I didn't realize Noble Knights were in here, but I haven't seen any of the cards in this deck. But, X-Sabers too? Okay, I'm just trying to find Dark Lord. Yeah, these Dark Lord guys. Not specifically this guy, but in the dual school thing for just the deck, like the, where you just fight the loner decks or whatever, I had a 25 attack position monster, a 2900 defensive position monster, and a 1000 defensive position monster in turn 1. And like the 1000 doesn't really matter, but it's just like I got all that, no synchro, nothing from the extra. That was just all deck on my first turn, and then of course that 2900 defensive monster had 2600 attack, I think. So I had a 25 on a 26 plus a third monster, turn 1, which is not too bad. Honestly, it's very fast, which is pretty much what Yu-Gi-Oh is now in Duel Links. You want to be fast. Don't really want to be playing anything too slow, so it seems like these Dark Lords could stand a chance in Duel Links right now, and I'm assuming he has to be a Ultra. Let me see if I can find him. Is he in here? Is only freaking X-Chell a freaking super? Don't tell me he actually is just we're kind of looking at all the cards now. Is it this dude here? Yeah, this dude here, when you have another Dark Lord out, he is unaffected by card effects. So, they have some cards that even have protection, so yeah. Let's just jump right in. We got 3,500, I think. What is it? 4,000 open up a mini box, so we can pretty much grab everything in here, and I'm not really too interested in anything. Like in the supers or ultras, because I haven't really looked at them, so I don't know what I'm missing out on. Triple Cree's Wink Explosion on the first turn. But it seems like all the good Dark Lord stuff, except for Ixchel, is just a normal rarity, a normal rare. So that was a, what, a glint with a I forgot her name, Luna face, X Saber or Bellum, a tuner and a non-tuner, so he's a freebie. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, while they have 4 or more cards in their hand, place one random card from their hand on top of their deck. Okay, interesting. This is a 7. A 7 to screw around with your opponent's hand. Though he doesn't have penetration, so he can only do that if he gets a swing in directly. Lady of the Lake. Okay, she's in the game now. This is a Noble Knight reference. Cannot be used as synchro material except for the synchro summon of a warrior. If this card is used for synchro, banish it. When this card is normal summon, you can target one Noble Knight normal monster in your graveyard, special summon that. If this card is in your graveyard, so that would be Alexander, I think. The equivalent. I don't know what his name is in the game, but I'm pretty sure this is like the based on Alexander or whatever. So summon Alexander. And then, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one level 5 Noble Knight, a monster you control, reduce its level by 1. And if you do, not Alexander, King Arthur. And if you do, special summon this card from the graveyard. Really? X-Shell in the first freaking pack? I would have freaking reset right now, but I still got to go through a bunch of more. Oof. Just because I don't know what else is in this box, I'm just going to reset right now because we're only missing, 10 packs? I think that's fine. I would like to be able to get another one of these, so... You can discard this card and one Dark Lord card, draw 2 cards during either player's turn. You can pay 1,000 life points, then target one Dark Lord, spell a trap card in your graveyard, apply that target's effects, then shuffle that target into the deck. You can only use the effect of Dark Lord X-Shell once per turn. You can only special summon Dark Lord X-Shells once per turn. So, what you could do is dump her and a spell, because it's just a Dark Lord card, which would be the spell that special summons one from the graveyard. Play a card that then procs that effect to get her on the board afterwards, though there's a much better one, which is what I did in my first in the duel school, which if we get to that, I'll talk about that. Triple Creeps, if we find the card that I'm talking about, I'll talk about it. Okay, Triple Creeps, Luna Face again. Minerva, Scholar of the Sky. So they have a bunch of fairy stuff, like the other deck was the fairy, and that seemed a bit too slow, at least compared to Dark Lords. Like, it looked like the Parstaff stuff seems like you could possibly get something off, but if you, like, multiple times I did not get the right hand and I just got screwed. Well, the first time I just bricked, couldn't do anything. And the second time it took me forever to get running, but I think I did end up with like a bunch of Parstaffs on the board, but it took forever to get to that point because the combo wasn't right. Like, I needed to keep waiting and waiting till I drew the right number of cards, or the right cards in general, to be able to pull off that. So it wasn't fast enough. Like, I think it's playable, but it's, like I'm saying, I don't think it's fast enough. Nervous Scholar of the Sky. Each time a counter trap card is activated, immediately after it resolves, this card gains 500 attack, and if it does, and the Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, add one counter trap with a different name from your graveyard to the hand. The Sanctified Dark Lord. Send one Dark Lord monster from your hand or face up from your field to the graveyard, negate the effects of an effect monster on the field until the end of this turn, and if you do gain life points to its attack, you can only activate one the Sanctified Dark Lord per turn. And wasn't this just a triple with a face? What the heck? Dark Lord Desire cannot be special summoned. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one fairy type monster once per turn. You can target one monster your opponent controls. That card loses 1,000 attack, and if it does, send that target to the graveyard. What? Oh, this card loses 1,000 and send that card to the graveyard. Which isn't too bad because he's a 2,000 at that point. I mean, his booty still stays 28, so that ain't too big of a deal. So 2 supers in a row. I might as well just reload this now since we have 2 Dark Lords already. Like I was going to anyways. Gwynnifer, Queen of the Noble Arms. You contribute one Noble Knight monster you control. Equip this card from your hand or graveyard to that target. You could only use the effect of Gwynnifer, Queen of Noble Arms once per turn. The equipped monster gains 300 attack. Apply the appropriate effect depending on the attribute of the equipped monster. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy this card instead. If the equipped monster battles an opponent's monster at the start of the damage step, you can destroy that monster, then destroy this card. Steel Swarms are also here. A Steel Swarm Cell. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. While this card is face up on the field, it cannot be tributed except for the tribute summon of a Steel Swarm monster and cannot be used as synchro material. Okay. Dark Lord Morningstar, which is the card I was talking about with the protection. You cannot be special summoned if this card is tribute summoned. You can special summon your opponent. You can special summon Dark Lord monsters from your hand and or deck up to the number of effect monsters your opponent controls. Or you control another Dark Lord monster, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Once per turn, you can send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard equal to the number of Dark Lord monsters on the field, and if you do, gain 500 life points for each Dark Lord card sent to the graveyard by this effect, which is okay. A Syncrebe with her face again. Guachalvad, which is a old card, an old Noble Knight. Lady of the Lake, Noble Arms Caliburn, another old card. I'm assuming there's a bunch of Noble Knight stuff in here that I don't care about. Is Dryston in here? If he ain't in here, I don't give a crud. Dark Lord Uko back. If this card is normal or special summon, you can send one Dark Lord card from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use the effect of Dark Lord Ukubak once per turn. I guess back, I'm like, because the Uko makes me want to continue on with like an accent, but it's Uko back. So what this actually means is normal summon him, and hopefully you already have another Dark Lord that can proc the spell passive that a bunch of them have. But yeah, normal summon him, drop the spell, which I don't know where the spell is over here. That's Parth Assassin. This one here is the spell I think that you want 3 of. So you send this spell here to the graveyard, proc the passive on the big Dark Lords that allow you to use a spell in your graveyard as its effect to special summon another Dark Lord from your graveyard in defense position, and then this card goes back into your deck. There's a lot of crazy stuff for those Dark Lords. Cursed Armaments. The equipped monster loses 600 attack for each monster you control. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, equip it with this card. Oof. Oof. Holding my chest. Oof. Disgusting. The Sanctified Dark Lord again. Gwennifer again. Power Angel Valkyria, which I appreciate the art. Keep using the chick from the fairy sets. But I don't know about her effect. I don't remember if it was good or not. If you negate the activation of spell, trap card, or monster, spell, trap card, or monster effect, add one light fairy type monster from your deck to the hand. You can only use the effect of that once per turn. So use your counters because she's in a counter deck. You're in a Parsath counter deck, and you would grab a Parsath with this, or whatever, Parsath with this, so it's not too bad, I guess. And Trapwire was in this set, possibly. They wouldn't show it off if it wasn't. Or Wiretap, I mean? Yeah, Wiretap is a super rare. It's right here. That's a pretty good card. XX Saber Embers Blade. Embers Blade? When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can spell someone level 4 lowers X. Oof. Okay, you need 3 of these in your X-Saber deck. Jesus freaking Christ. I think I read that right. Just when he dies, get a level 4 or lower X-Saber on the board for free. So we got that guy again, Lady of the Lake, and Steel Swarm Gurastag. I think this is old. Maybe I just never got it. You can tribute summon this card in face of attack position by tributing one Steel Swarm monster. You win this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm monster. You can target one card your opponent controls, send that target to the graveyard, and gain 1,000 life points. Oh, Psychedelics, Luna Face. Power Angel Valkyria. So we got one of these chaff cards, possibly. A Mystic Clown. I think this is an OG card. And Still Swarm Moth. So there's 3 supers, I think, in the first box. First 10 packs. When this card is tribute summoned, by tributing a Steel Swarm monster, you can pay 1,000 life points to target up to 2 cards your opponent controls. Return those targets to the hand. Triple Creeps once again, Psychedelics again, and Luna Face hit me up with another super, so to make this even more worthwhile resetting. Dark Lord Amdusk. You can discard this card and 1 Dark Lord card, then target 1 Dark Lord card in your graveyard, add it to your hand during either player's turn. You can pay 1,000 life points, then target 1 Dark Lord, spell a trap card in your graveyard, apply that target's effect, then shuffle that target into the deck. You can only use the effect of Amdusk once per turn. You can only special summon Dark Lords once per turn. Oh, himself once per turn. Dark Lord's Descent. Pay half your life points, special summon up to 2 Dark Lord monsters from your graveyard in defense position with the same level as 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. And hit me up with an Ultra. Evil Swarm Mandragora, which I was eyeballing this because I saw it and it looked like a plant. I was like, ooh, more plant stuff. But it's for the Evil Swarm, so I don't know. Your opponent controls more monsters than you do. You can special summon this card from your hand. Okay. I mean, it's a dark. I was going to maybe slap that in the hazies, but I don't know. If it was a fire plant, well then yeah. There's probably some big uses for this, so I don't know. I was hoping for another one, because we got so many in this first pack. Noble Knights of the Round Table. Isn't this an old card too? During your end phase, you can activate each of these effects up to once per turn, depending on the total number of Noble Knight cards with different names in your graveyard and or you control. 3 or more, send 1 Noble Knight card from your deck to the graveyard. 6 or more, special summon 1 Noble Knight monster from your hand, then you can equip 1 Noble Knight equip spell card from your hand to that monster. 9, target 1 Noble Knight monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand, or 12, draw 1. Spell Swarm Caller, which is an old card, and Dark Lord Contact. Spell summon 1 Dark Lord monster from your graveyard in defensive position. You can only activate 1 Dark Lord contract per turn, except if you use a monster to proc its effect to the point where you can use it twice. So, oof, man, these Dark Lords. So 4 super rares. Okay, so there actually is 2 rows. I was like, is there only like 1 row? So we missed everything up here. Well, so what is this hole up here? The Deep Grave. Target 1 monster in either player's graveyard during your next standby phase. Special summon from the graveyard. What? Monster Reborn? A slow Monster Reborn? Oof. Maybe I don't want to reset the box. Elemental Hero Shining. I don't care what he does. The Whitestone of Ancients, which I guess is for Blue Eyes. I mean, this dude's in here, which was being used during the last event, I think. This guy is like a good card too. I don't know. I feel like I should, just because we got 4 of them and then we don't reset again. We could try to get another Wiretap, but I think I want to reset now while we have 3,000 gems, so I think I'm just going to redo that. Okay, we reset it. Also, let's just... is it this? When there are no super rares or ultras, reset the box in the middle of us grabbing stuff. It's really annoying that I pretty much almost never have a playset of anything that's good just because I don't spend any money on this game. Still, to this day, I have not spent a single dime on Duel Links, despite always opening up a new set every time it comes out. Gwennifer, Queen of the Noble Arms, Steel Swarm Cell, and Noble Arms Caliburn. Just because I don't... well, just because I'm playing pretty much constantly every day, or at least logging on every day to screw around a bit, so I'm always getting the gems. So we always have enough when the new box comes around. So that was Triple Creeps with Yellow Glint and I think Luna Face, Steel Swarm Cell, Noble Knight Gwaltschilvad, and Raiko, Lightsworn Hunter, which he's okay. He was kind of what was screwing up that Parthsath deck that they had going, just because like the first hand I drew was him and 3 fake sanctuaries in the sky. I think it was not. It's called Sanctuary of Parsath or something that imitates Sanctuary of the Sky. That's how I bricked this guy and 3 of those, and then he destroyed one card, but then the next card I drew wasn't a monster. So I was just like, oh great, I bricked, and there's nothing I could do. So he is a decent card, I guess, because he destroys one and dumps three to the graveyard, which you want your cards to be in the graveyard, but still. Could not help me out in that particular situation. Dark Lord Uko back. Cursed Armament, Sanctified Dark Lord. The hieroglyphs on this one. Dark Lord Tezcatlipoca. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get this all in like one go. I don't know, Tezcatlipoca. I think I'm saying that wrong, but I probably don't want to be saying it right. If a Dark Lord monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can discard this card instead. During either player's turn, you can pay 1,000 life points, then target one Dark Lord spell or trap, blah, 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 in your graveyard. So that's just using the typical Dark Lord passive. You can only use the effect once per turn. You can only special summon Dark Lord himself once per turn. So it's not too bad. Another Power Angel, and the Sanctum Parsath, which is what I was talking about, the one bricked me in the first turn. This card name becomes a Sanctuary in the Sky. While on the field or in the graveyard, fairy-type monsters on the field gain 300 attack and defense. A spell and trap cards cannot be targeted by or destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, you can target a total of 3 fairy-type monsters and or counter traps with different names in the graveyard. Place them on top of your deck in any order. So this card, I think, is pretty good, but it's the fact that they had 3 of them in the deck that kind of screwed me over, which is why we bricked in that first go. But there's a keyword here that's a problem. That might be a problem. Set spells and traps cannot be targeted by or destroyed by card effects. That is not a personally labeled statement. That the way it's worded implies that that affects your opponent as well, which is beneficial and not beneficial, because it stops you from destroying their stuff. But if for some reason, like, gears have face down cards, they can't blow up their own face downs, is what I'm thinking. But I haven't played gears in 4, but I haven't seen anyone play gears in a while, so I don't remember if they want in their cards face down. They probably want all their stuff face up, so they just blow their stuff up face up. But for anyone who has face downs that they want to get blown up, this stops them from blowing up their own stuff, which, again, at the very least, screws over. Is it double twister or parallel twisters? Destroy one of yours, destroy one of theirs. So it negates parallel twisters, I believe, as long as it's being used on a set. So you could just put this in your deck just to stop them from blowing your stuff up. Like, just a one of in there just because it stops your stuff from being blown up. And it stops them from blowing their stuff up to blow your stuff up. So yeah, I don't know. Triple Creep Wing Explosion. Psychedelics and Luna. Oh! Oof! I've never pulled a prismatic, I don't think. Have I? If I have, I've pulled one. And this is potentially an ultra, and it's your boy, Cerberus over here. I don't know what his name is. I'm just gonna call him Cerberus because I'm pretty sure he has 3 heads. But, oof. And the stuffed animal is hollow as well. Ooh. Dark Lord Eda Ara? Array? Ade Array? I don't know. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, it gains this effect. If this card attacks a position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. So, it better not be this dude here. Please, let it be Cerberus. Oof. Celestial Wolf Lord, blue, Sirius. Not Cerberus, Sirius. They had to make that clarification. Let's just sit here and just stare at this prismatic. Super rare. Potentially the first time. Like, I might have gotten one before. If not, this is the very first time I've gotten one. And I've opened in complete boxes before and haven't gotten a single prismatic. So, oof. If we're going to get one, that ain't bad. Tuner and non-tuner, so it's a freebie 6. This could replace Uruk if it's any good. When this card is on the field, is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 2,400. When this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. So the only thing that isn't gonna proc its effect is if it gets bounced. If it gets destroyed by battle, card effect, etc., something's losing 2,400. So, oof. That's good. That was just a single creep. Dark Lord Uko back. Ignoble Knight of High Lancelin. Tuner and a Noble Knight. When this card is synchroed, you can equip one Noble Knight equipped spell card from your deck to this card at the end of the battle phase. If this card destroyed a monster by battle into the graveyard, you can add one Noble Knight or Noble Arms card from the deck to the hand. You can only control one Ignoble Knight of High Lancelin at a time. Rebirth of Parsaf. When a spell trap card or monster effect is activated, reveal one counter trap card in your hand, then discard one card and pay 1,000 life points to negate the activation. If you do shuffle that card into the deck, then you can special summon one Parsaf monster from your deck or extra deck. That's a pretty good card. Triples and psychedelics. My luck must be super freaking high today. Dark Lord Descent, the Sanctified Dark Lord, and a second Evil Swarm Magdragora. So thank God I reset that box and now we got 2 of them. Triple creeps again. I'm gonna have to check my luck after this. X-Saber Ubellum, Dark Lord Descent, the Deep. The Dark Grave. Target one monster near the player's graveyard during the next standby phase. Spell summon in it from the graveyard. What is my luck today? It might as well be 100. Jesus H. Christ. Might as well reset the box again. XX Saber Garsem, Dark Lord Amdusk, XX Saber Ragigura. When this card is normal, special summon, you can target one. You can add one X Saber monster from your graveyard to your hand. Meh. And last pack. Dark Lord Tez, Mnir, Scholar of the Sky, and Noble Arms Caliburn. I forgot about that. So if you're spiritual in any way, in real life, there's some names that you should not be saying. Allegedly, I don't actually know. And I feel like this is a name you should not be saying, which is why I stopped. I forgot about it before. I said it the first time. I'm not saying it again. But yeah, that's what I was talking about with Tez, which is why I say I don't know if I should be saying his name, just in case, because it's weird. So, just in case, superstition, I'm not going to be saying her name again, or Tez's. But Jesus Christ, look, 4 again. We got freaking Roko and another Magdragora, freaking Prismatic, Blue Sirius, and the Deep Brave. That hit me with a wiretap. And we've barely gone through 1,000 gems right now. I'm going to open up Google real quick as we're opening up these packs. This is going to be a long, so I'm just going to open them all in one go. Yeah, I'm opening up Google now. Hopefully Google hurries up and opens up. So I'm checking my luck. Just to see. Because we've been way too lucky. Alright, so we got Power Angel. We have Gotem's Second Call. If you control an X-Saber monster, a Synchro monster, you can target 2 X-Saber monsters in your graveyard. So summon both targets, ignoring their summoning conditions, but change their attack to 0 and destroy them during the end phase of this card of this turn. You can only activate one Godam second call per turn. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card's effect. Okay, so what? Okay, so Synchro Summon your boy, play this card, slap the card you just used to Synchro Summon him again out on the field again to Synchro Summon a second X-Saber boy, and then that's your turn. So first turn, this is a good card because you're not going to be able to battle phase anyways, so you might as well just go all in on your first turn, have two big monsters right off the bat. And another Caliburn, single Karib, with a Lunaface. We have Steel Swarm Caller, Dark Lord Edda Arai, and Steel Swarm Gura Stag. Apparently my luck is terrible today, so I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know why my luck is actually so good, if it's supposed to be bad. So Swarm Cell, Stuffed Animal, and Noble Knight Brothers. This card can only attack if you control exactly 3 Noble Knight monsters and no other monsters. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon up to 2 Noble Knight monsters from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except Noble Knight monsters once per turn. You can target 3 Noble Knight and or Noble Arm cards in your graveyard. Shuffle all 3 into the deck, then draw 1 card. Lady of the Lake, XX Saber Agarsum, Infestation Infection. Once per turn, you can shuffle 1 Swarm monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field into the main deck and add 1 Swarm monster from your deck to the hand. Triple Kareeb's Wing Explosion. Oh, this is going to be like 20-hour video. Psychedelics and Moonface. Dark Lord Descent, Power Angel, Valkyrie, and hit me up with that wire tap. It is wire tap. When a trap card is activated, negate the activation. If you do, shuffle it in the deck. Don't put it in the graveyard where you can recycle it. Put that back in the deck. Freaking, we are too lucky for Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. Triple Kareebs right from the last one. So some Caller, Mr. Clown, Widespread Dud. Select 2 face-up attack position monsters on the field. When any of the selected monsters are removed from the field, destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, destroy the selected monsters. What? 2 face-up on the field. When any of them are removed from the field, destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, destroy the selected monster. So this can be used in multiple ways. Attach it to your opponent's monster. If you kill one, the other one dies. Attach it to one of your weak monsters and one of your opponent's strong monsters. When your weak one dies, their big one dies. There would be no reason to put it on both of yours, unless there's effects that get procced when they die. So yeah. Sacrifice one of yours for theirs, or sacrifice both of theirs. That's not too bad. It's just slow since it's a trap. Blue Glint, Dark Lord Ukobak, Noble Knight of the Round Table, and Dark Lord Nastin. You can discard 2 other Dark Lord cards, special summon this card from your hand during either player's turn. You can pay 1,000 life points, then target 1 Dark Lord spell or trap card in your graveyard. Apply that target's effect, then shuffle that target into the deck. You can only use the effect of Dark Lord Nastin once per turn. You can only special summon Dark Lord Nastin once per turn. Oh yeah, this is your core guy here. You can discard 2 other Dark Lord cards, special summon this card from your deck, from your hand. So if you have Nastin, X-Bell or whatever her name is, I already forgot, and the card that lets you special summon from the graveyard, you pretty much have your combo. Dark Lord Nastin sends that X-Bell, or Waifu, we're just going to call her Waifu now because I don't know what her name is, sends Waifu and the spell card to the graveyard. Use his other effect to proc the spell in the graveyard to summon Waifu from the graveyard onto the field, and then shuffle spell back into your deck. And now you've taken 3, you used all those 3 cards, and there's nothing in your graveyard, and the spell's back in your deck, and you have a freaking booty of 2,900 because that's what the waifu has, and you have a 26 as well. Like, I'm telling you, Dark Lord, single creep. You could probably even do some other crazy stuff even more than that. That's just my initial thoughts on it from what I've played it once. That's my top play so far. At the start of your main phase 1, if you control no spell or trap cards, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. You cannot special summon another monster the turn you activate its effect. While this card is available on the field, it cannot be tributed except for the tribute summon of the Spell Swarm monster. It cannot be used as a single material. Dark Lord at RA and Dark Lord Morningstar. Single creep. Try to get through these quickly because I think I'm going to cut this into 2 videos since I don't want this to be like 20 million thousand minutes long. Watch to Evolved again, Steel Sworn, Cell, and Saber Rakigura. Oh, Triple Creep's Wink Explosion. The luck is too strong. Oof. It's like psychedelics with hieroglyphs and probably a BAM. Yeah, BAM from Luna as well. It is one of these or this. Power Angel Valkyria, another Gwachtlavad or whatever. I figured. Whitestone of Ancients. This is a Dragon Tuner. Once per turn during the end phase of this card is in your graveyard because it was sent to the graveyard. You can special summon one blue is from your deck. What was sent there this turn, which you could use Dark World Dealings to do, or any of your other Blue Eyes support cards. Yeah, your Blue Eyes support cards and or Dark World Dealings and or that spell, I think, that's like dump a Dragon Tuner, draw 2, which literally has the other Dragon Stone on it. Special summon a freaking Blue Eyes for free. Literally a freeload Blue Eyes. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use the effect of Whitestone of Ancients once per turn. What in God's name? Konami. Freaking any Blue Eye support, Dark World Dealings, or the freaking Dragon Tuner dump card. Free Blue Eyes at the end of your turn. Free Blue Eyes! Just because you dump this card, which if you're using that spell or trap, whatever the heck it is, you're drawing 2. So you're drawing 2 to throw this one away, then summoning a Blue Eyes, so that was +2 or +3? Like, that's what, -2, then you're immediately getting +2. I guess it's a +1? 2 cards to gain 3? I don't know, but Jesus Christ. So we got freaking Wide Tap, which is oof, good. And this disgusting abomination here, the Whitestone of Ancients. Ugh. So what do we got left? We got Hero, another Ekchel. This dude, which you need, Super Bia, Desire, need him. Actually, we already have one of him, but need multiple. Steel Storm Moth, which we don't care about. Saber Fall Troll, which there's a card with him on it, but I guess now we finally have him himself. We could probably get these in the next video, which I will probably do right after this. But we'll have to end it here. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, which I guess I should mention this now, since I should be doing it. I'll probably superimpose, if you've somehow made it here this long, superimpose what I'm working on currently. I am trying to think of like a design for a trading card game. Like, I don't really want to talk about this, but I'm going to do it anyways. I guess I might as well. I'm designing a trading card game right now, and I'm putting up my mock-up here, which I'm obviously not done. I'm nowhere near done. This is just where it is right now. Though I'm probably going to already have changed it by time this video goes up, but that doesn't matter. This is just where it is as I'm talking about it, but I'm going to mess with it later. So yeah, I'm working on a trading card game, so pretty much anything I end up drawing will most likely become a trading card in this trading card game that I am making. So I just thought I'd mention that now. I'll probably mention it at the beginning of the next video, just in case, because I know like no one's going to wait, what, 40 minutes? This is a 40-minute video. No one's going to stay here that long. But if you stayed here this long and have seen my template here of the trading card that I'm trying to design, leave your comments below on your opinions. Though, like I said, it might change. Well, it will change. Like whatever that tag is, like this is not representative of the final version. Like in no way, shape, or form is this representative of the final version. But I just thought I would let anyone know who cares and wants to give their opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment, do. See ya.